They're not going to get a measurement. Okay, we're live stream.
Okay, we're live stream now, so yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so glad it's Friday.
It is Friday.
What a week.
You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Put that coffee down.
I'm a British nanny, and I'm dangerous.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
That was totally wicked!
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
Love having them on the program. It's John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Couldn't be better.
I don't know
where. Looking forward to some football and a long weekend.
You know what? Good weekend to stay indoors. I was kind of thinking, what am I going to do? It's going to be really cold this weekend compared to what we've had, and I think staying indoors watching football, brilliant idea. Let's cover some of the games, if we will. Let me just try to see if I can do these in order. I've got dates on them here somewhere. Okay, the 17th, so that would be tomorrow, Saturday. We have the first game at 3:30. Bills and the Broncos. Can I get you guys to dissect the game? I'm going to tell you, I got to do this. I keep going with the best quarterback, and I think the Bills have got it. I think they actually win that game, even though Denver is favored by 1.5 points. Dan? Because you and I both know that they should give them 3 for just being home field, right? Isn't that what they do?
Oh, yeah,
All
that's the standard at least. And in the playoffs, it might even be a little more, but I don't know. They also tighten up the point spreads in the playoffs. So usually, I'm actually going with the Broncos on this. I think the Broncos defense are going to be enough. I don't think they're gonna stop Josh Allen, but I think they're gonna slow him down just enough. And both the Broncos and the Bills have been fourth quarter power teams. So it's going to be a fun game either way. But I think the Broncos defense is going to take it.
I would like to know, John, your thoughts on the over and under. And I don't even know the Bills punter's name, but I would think in this game he doesn't get the punt. They will go for it on fourth down every time. This team is nuts when it comes to going on fourth down. They don't care where they're at. 30-yard line? Okay, let's go for it. Your thoughts on the game, John?
Yeah, they are. I'm probably with Dan. I think the defense is going to rule here. I think I'll see some points. I don't know what the over-under is, but I think it'll be high scoring. I could see something like 32-28, something like that coming through. The Bills aren't going to go over easy.
Yep.
But Broncos at home are very, very tough. Very, very tough.
All right. I would mention I was 6-0 in the wild card division, and you both have already stuffed me on the very first bet. You didn't go with me on this. This is crazy, people. Crazy talk. All right. The next game, which I think will be the best game of the weekend, tomorrow night, Garage, cigar time, 49ers and the Seahawks. I throw two things out. They're not the 49ers other than Josh Purdy, right? There's no one left. This team has been beaten to a pulp as far as humans go, but yet they find a way to win. And come on, don't we want Sam Darnold to win one game in a playoff so he can get that monkey off his back and take his money? I so want the Niners because I'm an underdog guy, but I really want Darnold to get his first game. I'm going Darnold. John, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm going Darnold too. There's a report he hurt his oblique a little bit, but he doesn't think it'll stop him from playing.
What is an oblique? Is that a muscle?
Yeah.
I work out a lot. I don't know.
Like on the side of the...
In a game
hurts when I do this, doctor. Don't do that.
Yeah, a game this important, I'd say give me a shot and a pill, and I'm going out there. I don't care.
So you're going with me on the Seahawks then?
Yeah, I am.
Dan, I honestly think if they were full steam ahead with everybody, I'd have to go with the Niners. They find a way to win. But there's just no one left. Kittle's gone. There's no one left.
Other than, as you said, who's it? Josh Purdy? Is every quarterback
is that what I said, Josh? I'm sorry.
Every quarterback, we'll just call every quarterback.
See everybody Josh as a first name. It'd be so much easier.
They Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. They're still I mean, you can't count them out with that. But I am also going with the Seahawks, just to be nice and boring, no controversy whatsoever.
Thank you.
I just want to see.
Not with
I
these
want Sam
refs.
to get
There'd be
this.
controversy.
Can I throw out, although I do love watching the 49ers when Hendricks is playing, Arnold back, and he's in there doing a good job. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Okay. Then we move on to Sunday's games. The Patriots and the Texans. They have New England by 3 points in New England. Again, they're calling it a toss-up as far as I can tell. I'll start with you, Dan. Who you picking?
I'm going Texans.
Yep,
with this one. 10 in a row they're on this at this point. Since I've read that since week 8 they are 5-1 against playoff opponents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the Patriots had the worst strength of schedule of the entire league. 391 winning percentage for the teams they played this year. So I think the Patriots May obviously is more than the real deal, and he is the factor that could change it. But I still think it's the Texans. I still think it's the Texans game here.
John, your thoughts? Go to the
Longhorns
radio.
Isn't a symbol, but it's kind of a defined symbol for Texas. That's what I'm going with too.
See, you almost have to. They had such a terrible game against the Chargers, just ho hum as heck. Like, I didn't know they had the easiest record, team against average. I didn't know that. I would go with the Texans defense and say it's got to be Texans as well. Then I guess the game that it matters to us, and I'm not exactly sure why that means that, but the Rams are actually favored by 3.5 points against the Bears at home, and I believe the high temp is going to be like 2. I hate football games like this. Put domes on it. I want to see the teams play their. Stop, John. I'm serious. You don't do track meets and all of a sudden, we're going to run the track meet even though it's raining or whatever. You know what? You don't. You know why?
They run cross country when it snows.
Cross country. I meant real sports, buddy. God, just keep up with me.
Now.
Running aimlessly through the woods. Let's call it a sport. Okay. Bears and the Rams. I know I'm going to get emails. Fine. Just send them to al@altravisshow.com. Rams and the Bears, John. The world seems to think it's the Rams to lose, evidently, even though the temp. Your thoughts?
This is probably the most interesting matchup because the Bears have been so unpredictable all season. And, of course, you got L.A., right?
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Bears because I think the home field advantage is going to win the day for them.
Yeah, because the cold weather put a dome on it.
It might be an ugly game. I don't know if Caleb is going to have his magic and his mojo in this one as he did in the other one, but that guy really showed something last week.
That last quarter, he played one good quarter. Dan, your thoughts?
Perfect. I'd say cold weather games. Come on, doesn't your head just go? I'm blanking on who was the voice of NFL films for years and years.
Oh,
yeah.
In the frozen tundra of Minneapolis.
Lambeau Field. Now it'll be the frozen tundra of
They hadn't invented roofs. Dan, they hadn't invented roofs yet when he was doing that. That's how old you and I are. People are listening going, what are you talking about? They hadn't figured out roofs yet, so now we know. It's new technology.
But I am going with the Rams.
Yes.
And I want to be wrong. I'll say it that way.
No, okay. Now you hurt my feelings. No. Here is the rule for this program from here on out, because obviously you guys haven't got the memo. We can never root for Detroit, Green Bay, or the Bears. You run into an issue when they play each other. I understand. So then we rank them. Packers are the worst ever. Chicago, then Detroit. So we had the Bears-Packers. Obviously, you don't want the Pack to win. We got our wish. Now Bears are playing. You root against them. That is the number one premise of this program. Can we get on board, people? I don't want to hear this stuff.
Oh, I won't mind if they lose, Al. I'm just saying they're going to win.
Mind. You just picked them. No, you can't do that.
That's different than rooting for them.
All right, fair enough. One last football note before we go to the break and talk other stuff. Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Addison picked up for a third time by the police. This is something with not wanting to leave a restaurant when he's told to leave a restaurant. I don't know what kind of charge he's going to get. I ask you right honestly, is he worth it to the organization? KOC is all about, your honor, this is a team first kind of thing, and this kid can't get out of his own way. John, you're adamant you got to get rid of him.
Because I've seen too many players drag us down in the past with this kind of BS. Here's the thing: they should sit him down and say, "You're going to treatment or you're out," and make it. That's what it is. So he's got an issue and he better fix it.
Dan, I think there's a lot to giving like 18, 20-year-old kids millions of dollars, and it gets in their head, and they can't, let's buy the chains, let's buy it. It messes with them. Addison thoroughly, in my opinion, believes, me? I'm Addison. The rest of us don't get the right to say that. Is he worth it for this squad, Dan? Back to the original question.
I'm a little more torn than John is. I would ultimately say no. There's the argument out there that'll keep saying, "Oh, but this isn't a terrible offense. This isn't the." But it's more than just like speeding. This is more of the attitude issue of I refuse to leave because I'm me, sort of thing. And that's nobody else would do that.
And you got to remember, they went to England or wherever in the world it was, and he didn't show up for practice on time because he went out having a great time the night before. And that's not an offense to get you a ticket or anything. It's just an attitude about what's really important to him. And right now, with the cash he's got in pocket, I don't think it's sports. I mean, that's how he gets paid, but I don't think it's, I want to be a part of this team. You look at some of the comments the others have, and, about I'll do anything to stay. Smith, taking pay cuts the last 3 years because he wants to be on this team. That's a leader, man. I don't know that Addison can ever get there. I got to go to break. We'll talk some other stuff right after this on the Al Travis Show.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something different. Put out the perfect barbecue flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. Add it to your ribs, dip the meatballs, or drench your wings in the original flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. It isn't too hot or spicy, fruity or smoky or whatever. Grandpa's Barbecue. Available in select stores and online at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org. kidding me?
You know that comment you said to the radio? The thing that we got wrong?
Clearly, Brussels sprouts are the worst vegetable.
Call us and let the world know your thoughts. 855-257-7469. That's 855-ALS Show.
We got them, Dan and John, the guys at the end of the bench. Let's talk some NBA and your Minnesota Timberwolves. Quite frankly, the game before the Bucks, when we knew that Ant would be out, he's nursing a foot thing, and Gobe was out because Gobe can't handle his temperament. He's had to sit a game for too many techs. I said we instantly made a Bucks game that should have been a wipeout, a game we're going to have to keep an eye on because I think we could lose it, and I was 100% wrong. This team went out of its way to let all the other players who don't touch the ball much touch it. I think there were 8 or 9 guys in double figures. It was the craziest thing when you look at the box score. They beat the Bucks 139-106. It continues to frustrate me. You don't know who's showing up. You just don't know who's going to be there on any given day. Today we know we play the Rockets. Good reason to be out in the garage having a cigar, people. Watching them. Ant is out for the day. They're going to give him another day to rest, whatever in the world's wrong with that, and I'd love to know. Will this team say, now we got all these young Bucks now think there's something? Can they come out and do this? Because I'm telling you, without Ant, I think the favor goes to the Rockets. If you're just, you know what I'm saying? If you're matching teams up. Dan, your thoughts on this team?
Yeah, the Rockets are the favorite for sure. Yeah. I would say for this. At the same time, Milwaukee was one of the most un-Timberwolves games
exactly
that we've seen in years. Because the Timberwolves are always the team that say, if we're not running perfect, we're gonna be we're so hurt, we're gonna they just get blown out in those. And that's why if they can do this, even though they are definitely not favorites to win against Houston, I think they've got a shot to win it. And if they do, this is going to tell us a ton about this team. That they may be different. I mean, we're just hoping. Give us something that tells us they're different. They're different. Yeah. So I'm going to pull for them today. I'm going to call it tonight.
And just for facts, John, it was 6 guys all in double figures against that team, and one had 9 points. That was Conley, who in 20 minutes had 9. So people are flying off the handles, making scores. And I think all but Rudy did have points in the game. Oh, Joe Ingles. That's right. He's on the team, too. Those two didn't. John, your thoughts on your Timberwolves?
On paper, you'd probably look at Houston, but I think we may be, and I'm going to go out on a limb, we may be looking at the best that's yet to come for this team. That was a pretty convincing victory without 2 good players. Yeah. And the fact that we have that depth used to be a big problem. Remember when, Cat would be out or Ant would be out, and we'd be like, oh my gosh, they're going to struggle and they'd lose. There seem to be a lot of guys that can step up. How about Bones Highland? Didn't he have like 23 or 25 points? Where did that guy come from?
And he's signing up for Social Security next week. It's just crazy. Let me ask you this real quick before we go. Does this do enough for you to say we don't need to do any trades before the trade deadline?
For me, yes.
See, that's why I'm saying this is changing some opinions, I think. Dan, you?
No. I still think I still want an everyday, 30 minutes a game point guard. That
I would say if we knew that this team would show up every night, we could probably get by without a point guard, a different point guard. But you know what? You don't know who's showing up any night. There's no reason we shouldn't walk on the Rockets if we're going to have that same. I want a point guard too, Dan. I'm with you. We got to have somebody settle this down. I'm out of time. Gentlemen, we'll see you on Monday. See how your picks went, all right?
All right.
Have a good night. Dan, they're the guys at the end of the bench.
See you.